Welcome to the MSDW podcast. I'm Jason Gumpert, editor at MS Dynamics World. On the special episode, we are previewing Community Summit 2024 with Mary Miller and Sam Johnson of PayTrace. You may remember Mary and Sam from their recent podcast episode all about the rise of embedded payments for Dynamics ERP. Today, they update us on their preparations for Community Summit, running October 13th to 17th in San Antonio, and the types of conversations and connections they are planning for at the event. One observation they share is the way the payment technology is moving across organizations, often being deployed first in some point scenario, and then moving into more structured use cases that integrate with ERP in areas like invoicing. PayTrace will also have some great attractions at their booth, and Mary and Sam offer a few tips for attendees on how to get the most out of the conference and why to say hello to them while you're there. All right, well, I'm here with Mary Miller and Sam Johnson of PayTrace. Mary, Sam, welcome to both of you.
Thanks, Jason. Good to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, great to have you back. Maybe we could start with just a bit of an introduction from each of you for our listeners if they haven't heard you here on this podcast before. We'll mention that more. But Mary, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm Mary Miller. I'm the director of marketing for PayTrace, and I've been with this company for about a year and a half, but I've been in the channel for a very long time and excited to have any conversations that we can with you, Jason, and the team, and just look forward to getting together at Community Summit and seeing everybody.
Yeah, same here, Mary. It's always great to reconnect and chat with you. And hey, Sam, welcome back to you too.
Thank you, Jason. My name's Sam Johnson. I'm the partner success manager with PayTrace. I've been with the company almost 9 years now. And unlike Mary, I'm not a Dynamics celebrity like her. I'm a little newer to this channel, but I have been doing payments for quite a long time and wearing a lot of different hats. So it's great to chat with you again.
All right, excellent. Yeah, and as we were sort of planning a bit for this conversation, because it's really all about giving our listeners a chance to learn more about what you'll be doing at Summit North America this year. You know, one of the first questions I had was where people will have last seen or heard about the PayTrace team out there in the world. And I felt like I started to answer it myself because we just had you both on our podcast a few months ago and really got a nice update about where PayTrace is at in the Microsoft space and some of the priorities and thoughts. But and we'll also put a link back to that because it was a great conversation. But yeah, can you maybe tell me just a bit more about what else people have been seeing or hearing from your team recently?
Yeah. We've been busy. Mary's been keeping us very active. Mm-hmm. On our last conversation, we had a really great discussion about our product that we're rolling out in BC, Business Central for Microsoft Dynamics. So we've got some really cool stuff going on there. But we've been out and about quite a bit. If you're out at some of the shows, we were out at DynamicsCon Live earlier this year. We've also been out at Directions. Really just having some great conversations with a lot of Dynamics users and getting more familiar with the partner community and just learning more about what's going on and what the needs are.
Yeah, I'll just add to that I feel like every event is a continuation of a conversation that you start, sometimes a few weeks prior, sometimes a few months prior, but, reconnecting with the community. There's just nothing beats that face-to-face contact and being able to learn what's new with partners' businesses, what's new with our customers, and of course, be able to share with them what's going on with us. But, one of the things that surprises me almost every time is how many customers, how many end users in the Dynamics community come up to us, whether it's at a booth or at a session or whatever, and say, hey, we've been using you guys for years. We're so glad that you're in the Dynamics space now too. So it's really nice to have both sides of that relationship where, the community and you've got the relationships, but you also want to have the presence for the company and the brand and the solutions that we're bringing to market. So it's really neat to see that crossover really come together. And we're really looking forward to sharing everything at Summit this year as well.
So Mary, what kinds of conversations are you most interested to have at the event? Can you say more about customers who maybe used PayTrace but are not yet using Business Central?
Yeah, Jason, it's really interesting because PayTrace has been in business for more than 20 years now. And even though we started our solutions as a gateway, which is the foundation of all of our solutions even to this day, we began with a very strong partnership approach. just didn't happen to be so much focused on the Dynamics community at that time. However, our partnerships have grown over the years such that many of them not only use our gateway, but they use our API to integrate our payment solution into other products that they introduce to their customers. And of course, we have a lot of partners and customers that are using credit card processing as well. So one of the things that we look forward to is really sharing that story with Microsoft Dynamics channel partners as well, because they may, in many cases, and we've heard this from customers, I think we talked about a little bit already, we've heard from customers that they want to be able to do more with less. They want to have fewer IT and solution providers to work with so that they can better manage their time and be more efficient. And so the technology partners that we have built our business with literally now get to be part of the rest of the solution as we add AR automation and payment automation and right inside Business Central, because so many of our customers said, oh, I didn't know you were in the dynamic space yet, and partners very much the same. So we're really going through this learning process of partners, where do we have mutual customers? How can we work together to get those conversations off the ground? And then just tell the partners the rest of the story that AR automation, payment automation, credit card processing, account management from a payment processing standpoint is something that their customers are going to be asking them for. And maybe they're doing it with somebody else right now. So this gives partners an opportunity to expand their reach and their solution set with their trust, as the trusted advisor to many of their customers. And it also gives us the opportunity to work with clients who are already in the community and who are asking for us to have an embedded solution. So being able to share all of that with the community at Summit, Jason, is just something that we're really looking forward to. And even though we were there last year, this year is going to be, so much bigger and better. And we'll have so many more examples to share and more solutions to share with them. So it's going to be a fun event. And I look forward to those conversations. It's really about deepening the partnerships and extending the value to the community of how payments can literally be a game changer for their business.
Yeah, I'll add to that, Mary. Last year was our first year as an organization exhibiting at Summit North America. And honestly, not knowing what to expect, I felt like I was coming in a little bit blind and kind of new to this. And the amount of users, Dynamics users that came up and were so excited to see PayTrace and actually recognized us already just from our payment experience that we've had over the last 2 decades was pretty fantastic. And also surprising in the fact that a lot of them were using PayTrace without having any sort of connection to Dynamics. So it shows that there's a need. There's some area for growth with a lot of Dynamics users and in how they manage their payments. And it's exciting that we can be a part of that.
Yeah, I love how you bring those different perspectives into view here and explain how you approach both of them. Can you talk a little more about concepts or scenarios that you're excited to help educate attendees about in terms of what PayTrace is bringing in terms of new capabilities and opportunities to the Business Central story? Yeah,
one of the things, Jason, that a lot of software providers deal with, and I've been in this world before too, as a Dynamics user and provider for many years, but a lot of solution providers are dealing with we have a legacy system. We're changing. We're moving to the cloud. We're migrating customers from system A to system B. Those things definitely are required in this day and age, especially as the Business Central solution continues to evolve and be enhanced. The easier you make the solution to connect to Business Central, the more appealing it's going to be to end users and frankly to partners as well, because they're, the ones that are often going to be that first line of defense phone call that a customer makes, hey, what's going on? So the easier you can make things to work with and provide that second level support to partners, the stronger the conversation is. So we're building PayTrace new solutions from the ground up with a cloud first and a partner first approach. So we're giving partners an opportunity to be part of the journey. In many of those situations where you're doing a lift and shift, you're rewriting legacy code, you're trying to keep up with the changes in the product that you're integrating with, those things take additional time. They just do. And so to those partners, I would say, you get to be part of the story, influence the product roadmap. Because this is a newer product to market, we have a lot more flexibility. We're at the point of building the roadmap out for the next year to 18 months. So we want to hear from customers at Summit. We want to hear from partners at Summit what is next in their customers' journey. They can influence that and really be part of the success. And we're going to bring our product team, Jason. We're going to have our VP of product. We're going to have our solutions consultant. Of course, we'll have members of our sales teams as well. But we're going to have all of the team members that both partners and customers will be working with as they embed payments and AR automation inside of Business Central with PayTrace, because we're really committed to getting it right from the ground up, so that we don't, we're not taking our best guess here and saying, this is what we think. This is based on customer feedback, partner feedback, industry research of what a full solution for payments needs to be. So partners and customers really get to be part of that journey. They get to share feedback. They get to share enhancements. They get to share what their business roadmap, what their strategy looks like, so that we're hearing firsthand what's necessary to continue to enhance PayTrace solutions. And again, have that be from the ground up, so that people know this is, we're influencing to help get this off the ground. They get to be part of the solution story, which is really exciting.
All right. Well, I also want to touch on what some of the experiences are that people at Community Summit can expect when they visit you at your booth this year. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, I'll jump in on that one with kind of our theme going into Summit this year is PayTrace, relax, we've got your back. We understand that financial processes can be stressful. Anything dealing with money can be stressful. And we want to take off that stress, not only through AR automation, but we're going to have some licensed masseuses at our station this year. So if you come on by and have some conversations with us, right, we'd love to talk about some of our products in Business Central and other dynamic solutions. And while you're doing that, you can get a quick massage, relax some stress. We realize a lot of people are on their feet all day at Summit. There's a lot of walking around. I know I got my steps in last year by a long shot. So definitely swing on by the booth and take advantage of some massaging.
Yeah. Any other advice you'd offer to attendees, maybe for the event more broadly as you're seeing it come together, or other sort of community trends or advice you'd share?
Yeah, I think, Jason, the main thing for me, at least, is to, learn what's new. There are so many new solutions being introduced, new updates even being introduced, into Business Central, which Microsoft does a great job of communicating, of course, as do many of the partners in the community. But I think understanding that, we're not dealing with the legacy systems and the traditional, I still have to figure out if I'm going to upgrade my server, kind of conversations anymore. There's just so much new technology. So learn as much as you can, soak it all in, and then when you get back, do your homework of figuring out what makes sense for your business, because not all payments providers, not all, solution providers in any space are created equal, right? There's always going to be some little nuance that maybe fits a requirement from one, but maybe not another. But it's really about working with the companies that align with your goals, align with your strategies. And like I mentioned before, kind of just bring you into that conversation and encourage you to be part of the journey, part of the story, part of the influence of both the company and the product direction. So I would just say, soak it all in and learn as much as you can, and connect with as many new folks as you can. Because half the value for me at Summit, at least, is that, you get to meet friends, old friends, make new friends, and just connect with everybody who's in the community. And there are a lot of new people coming into the community as well. So it's really important to, get to know the new providers as well as the new users in the community as well.
All right. Very good. Well, you've touched on some of the really key trends, I think, that people should be watching for, both at a specific level with PayTrace, but also maybe some of the evolution of the Microsoft solutions themselves, and what that means for new and existing customers and partners. And we'll be having a chance to, I think, catch up once again while we're actually on the floor of the event. I look forward to hearing more about what you're learning from conversations you're having, maybe some of the things you're hearing from Microsoft about product updates and product roadmap even. That should be fun. But yeah, the conversation will continue on site at Community Summit. Well, thanks again for being here.
Yeah, we look forward to it.
Thanks for having us, Jason.
This has been another episode of the MSDW podcast. My thanks once again to Mary and Sam for joining me here. For more information about PayTrace and their activities at Community Summit, do check out the links in the show notes. And that's it for this episode. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach me by email, jason@msdynamicsworld.com. Until next time, this is MS Dynamics World, signing off.